Hey, what's going on? My name is Tyson Bailey. I'm the founder here at Trained Advisor, where we specialize in digital marketing systems for life insurance and financial professionals. Now, if you hear the word marketing and your stomach drops, I need you to take a deep breath and relax. I've actually been in your shoes before, and I know how complicated and overwhelming and just frustrating it can be trying to figure out how this whole marketing thing works so that you can have a steady supply of qualified leads coming into your business. Now, in this video, what I'm going to help you do is cut through the noise and take you through the 4 steps that I use every single time before designing, launching, or even agreeing to take on any marketing campaign, all the way from helping advisors attract business owners and high net worth individuals to helping advisors recruit agents to their agency. The same 4 steps every single time. And if you can get these 4 steps down, it's going to dramatically increase the results that you're seeing with your marketing efforts. So that being said, let me share my screen really fast. And before you get overwhelmed looking at everything you see on your screen, first off, I want you to keep in mind that these are things that you can use. These are strategies that you have the potential to use, but you don't have to use them all. You don't even have to understand them all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the system, show you the 4 steps. And if you get those 4 steps down, the rest of it is just plug and play, and it's going to make a lot of sense. All right. So on the left-hand side of your screen, what you're seeing is essentially the toolbox of everything that we can use inside of our marketing campaigns. We have traffic sources, we've got attraction and nurturing tools, we have conversion tools, we have different pages. But again, you do not have to use each and every one of these things, all right? So on the right-hand side of the screen, this is what I want you to focus on, all right? These are the 4 steps that I will take you through. And once you have these down, again, it's just plug and play at that point, all right? So step number 1 is understanding who is your ideal client that you want to be working with. Who is that dream client that you are going through all these marketing efforts for, all right? Now, when I say dream client, I'm not talking about just somebody who has a lot of money who's willing to pay you. I'm talking about that dream client where if you wake up in the morning and you see that you have an appointment with them later in the day on your calendar, that you get excited, you hit the ground running because you're that excited to be working with that individual. You know, you think about somebody, if they walked in the door right now looking for your services, that you just get super stoked and excited at the prospect of working with them, all right? Once you have that in mind, that's going to help you solve a lot of these problems, okay? So you're not just guessing and saying, okay, will this work? Will that work? Will I attract the right person? That's going to help you solve the rest of it. Now, once you have that ideal client down, the next steps are thinking, okay, how will you attract them? How will you nurture them? And how will you convert them, all right? So what I see a lot of the times where advisors and agents will get this wrong is they will send out something like a direct mail piece. And they send out the direct mail piece with the hope that somebody will see it and they will call them. Now, first off, I want you to understand that hope is a terrible marketing strategy, all right? Now, another problem with this is that when it comes to the direct mail piece, and again, doesn't have to be direct mail, it can even be LinkedIn. The system is set up, or the marketing campaign is set up to where if somebody sees that direct mail piece and they're not ready to take advantage of that offer right away, what do? They simply discard the direct mail piece, and they have no other way to be nurtured, to be educated, to be indoctrinated, to help them understand why exactly they need your services in the first place. Same thing with LinkedIn, where if your strategy is simply to connect with people on LinkedIn and then send them a message and say, hey, I can help you retire tax free, get on the phone with me. And if they're not ready to take advantage of that opportunity in the moment, that they just delete your message and you lose them forever, right? Same thing with posting, whether it's on Facebook or TikTok or whatever, where you put out a post and say, hey, I'm willing to help you. Somebody sees the post. If they're not ready, they just simply scroll past it, right? So that's why we need these middle pieces, especially the nurturing phase, all right? So what I want you to do is right now, think about where your ideal prospect hangs out. What platforms are they on, all right? So for this example, I'm going to use LinkedIn, again, because we deal a lot with advisors looking for business owners, high net worth individuals, high income earning professionals, and to attract other agents or professionals to their agency, right? So once we have them on LinkedIn, again, we don't want to just send them directly over to a phone call, or instead of a phone call, we don't want to send them directly over to just have or offer them a Zoom meeting. Now, if they do that, that'd be great, right? If we could just get them on LinkedIn and get them over to a discovery call on Zoom or discovery meeting on Zoom, that would be awesome. But again, 90 to 95% or more of the prospects that you come across simply aren't ready to take advantage of your offer in the moment. So that's where we look at this nurturing phase. This is huge, okay? So with this nurturing phase, What we want to do is we want to have a way that we can consistently nurture these prospects, all right? In today's day and age, one of the best ways to do that is by utilizing email. So I'm going to plug in email down over here and just say, hey, we're going to set up an email series, all right? A way that we can stay in front of them consistently, whether that's daily, weekly, monthly, bi-monthly, whatever it might be. That's going to be dictated by you and your business. But you want to be able to utilize the email sequence, right? The email series to stay in front of them. Again, it's a tool that everybody still uses today, okay? Now, we can't just go on LinkedIn and ask somebody for their email. They could give it to us. Chances are it's not going to happen. So instead, what we want to do is when we're figuring out how we're going to nurture them, is we like to offer our prospects something of value in exchange for their contact information. Now, chances are you have probably done this before, where somebody has offered you access to a video, they've offered you an ebook, they've offered you access to a webinar in exchange for your contact information. Now, the key when we're thinking about attracting our ideal client is to think about our ideal client and our ideal prospect's pain points. What is something where if we tease them with information, what is something that is so valuable in their mind that they are willing to part with their contact information? Again, this is going to be dictated by your ideal prospect. So in this example, I'm going to use access to a video. Now, we can't just send them directly over to a video. We can't just send them over to YouTube. We can't just send them over to, Wistia, Vimeo, or wherever your video is housed. We need to have a way for them to do something that's called opt-in. Now, opt-in just means that that's where the exchange takes place, where somebody is giving you their contact information. Again, registering for a webinar, putting in their name and their email address so that you can send them a video or whatever it might be, right? So we're going to go out on LinkedIn and we're going to post, we're going to message after we've connected with somebody, send them over to our opt-in page, send them over to the page where they can enter their name and their email address in exchange for this information, whatever it might be. Now, after they have gone through and given their information, we can do a couple of different things. We can either deliver access to that lead magnet in an email, again, because they gave us their email, so we can send it to them directly via email, or on the next page that we have, we can give them access to that lead magnet, give them access to that piece of information on that page. But this is crucial. On that page, we need to have a way for them to book an appointment directly with us. Again, this goes to the conversion stage. What we want to do every single time for our prospects is give them the opportunity to take the next steps forward if they are ready, okay? Because if we don't, if we just leave it up to chance, then again, hope is a terrible marketing strategy. We're not just wanting to hope that they call us or hope that they land on our website or hope that they know where to get our contact information, all right? So that's where we give them the ability to book an appointment directly with us or request an appointment with us. And then from there, that's where we're able to hop on Zoom, to get on the phone with them for that discovery call, okay? So now let's go back to the nurturing phase, okay? So when it comes to the nurturing, every campaign is going to be different. But what we want to do with each of these emails is provide additional information in regards to who we are and what we are offering. Again, because a lot of these prospects don't know how valuable what we offer is. Let's take tax-free retirement planning as an example, okay? When we say tax-free retirement planning, we know as professionals that we're going to help them save 10, 20, 30, 40% on their taxes in retirement, okay? We understand how valuable that is. And you as the professional, you know how valuable that is to the point where you decided to base your entire career off of that, okay? But our prospects, they just don't grasp that. So that's why in these nurturing sequences, that's where we can help hammer home that idea. And again, set you up as the expert in your field, as that subject matter expert, okay? So now, this right here is what we see as the basis of our campaign. This is a very foundational marketing campaign. Now, if we can accurately figure out these pieces, how will we attract them? How will we nurture them? How will we convert them? Then that's when we decide to go ahead and launch a campaign to get it out there and to get our prospects moving forward. Now, when you go through and we're looking at, a campaign as a whole, it doesn't always have to look like this, but what I like to do is have this as the basis. So as we get more complicated, and let's say we give somebody access to a video, we give them a sales, we have an opt-in for a video, we give them access to a sales video. they're not ready to take book an appointment with us in that moment, we keep that email process going so that we can send them to webinars, we can send them to more landing pages, we can send them to more additional lead magnets and offers. Again, all with the foundation of how will we attract, how will we nurture, and how will we convert. So let me know if that makes sense. If you want to take a deeper dive into this process, we have what is called the Linked Life Agent Challenge, where you can go through and you can understand each of these processes in more depth, and especially learn how to use LinkedIn as that traffic source, as that lead generating asset for your business without wasting any money on ads. So to do that, go to linkedlifeagent.com, go ahead and sign up, register for that challenge, that 7-day boot camp. And I promise that this is going to make a lot of sense and be a great resource and asset for your business. So if you have any questions, go to trainedadvisor.com where you can learn more about who we are and what we do. And I will talk to you soon.